All right, guys, stocks are not looking so hot today. It's currently almost 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and we are down across the board. The Russell's down, not much actually. The Russell only down 0.1%, but the Nasdaq, man, is down almost 2%. The S&P's down over 1%, and the Dow's down 0.5%. So we're going to break down, of course, the charts, what is going on here, some earnings out of the banks, what Jamie Dimon's saying right now, and we're going to go over SoFi, which is slipping as well. Guys, it is not pretty. We have a lot to cover, so hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord. You get more access to me throughout the week. That's linked down below, also pinned in the comments. And with that being said, cheers, let's get into it. So we're, again, not looking so pretty. SPY is testing a critical level on this 20-day chart right now. We're testing this channel, which we're trading under both moving averages, by the way, on this time frame. And this is a critical support between us right now and potentially going down, between us and the lows here from the beginning of the year. In the early days of January, we hit $680 on SPY. We're currently at $686, by the way. So if this breaks, we might be going right down to $680 again. We might fill that gap down. Now, do I think that's going to happen? No, I think we're actually going to get buying pressure here. We just hit all-time highs on SPY. This is a healthy pullback overall. It looks great on the 1-hour chart still. So I personally think, and by the way, we're oversold right now, I think buyers will come in the mid 680s, right around where we are now. And on the intraday chart, you're noticing a little bit of consolidation here over the last hour-ish at about 685, 686. So that's a good sign. But let's see if that continues into close. If we break out into close, that would be ideal. But as of now, we're just consolidating, getting ready for that next move. So SPY, critical spot of support here where we are. QQQ is down 1.75%, also testing a very critical support. This, as you guys know, did not hit all-time highs recently. The last high was hit back in October, right? But we still have been making these higher lows and lower highs at the same time, so we're still in a wedge on QQQ, and this is the big support right here at 615 a share. That is where the bulls need to come in. So SoFi right now is down, let's see, I think 3% last I checked, and this looks pretty similar to QQQ on the charts in terms of, all right, we have this wedge, we're testing the bottom of the wedge right now, we need to pick direction, which we're probably not going to pick direction this week, guys, by the way things are looking, at least so far today. But either way, we're going to watch the wedge here, higher lows, lower highs at the same time. And currently, again, we're testing it. Buyers are coming in slowly, right? You can see here, and we're holding the mid-26s, or the mid-20s rather, which is a good sign. But we just have to pick the direction again. Are we gonna dump under 25 heading into earnings, maybe go low 20s, or do we consolidate, start to run? And I think it's the latter half here. I don't think we're going to go down low 20s here. Earnings, I think, will revive the stock. Earnings are on the 30th, so 2 weeks away from, I guess, Friday. What's today? Tuesday, Wednesday? Geez, guys, I'm losing track of the days. Today's Wednesday, yes, so 2 weeks from Friday, this Friday, we're getting SoFi's earnings, and this has been the case. It's been flat. It's been consolidating. We just need to wait and get the direction, pick the direction. So why is the market falling today? Well, you could argue it's because of the bank stocks. Bank stocks like JP Morgan, JPM has been slipping the last 2 days. Earnings came out yesterday morning. Let's cover those quickly here, guys. I'm sure a lot of you saw them already. Are they even listed here? Actually, no, wait. I can pull them up here because I want to show you what Jamie Dimon said as well. So let me pull this up right here. Bear with me, guys. We're also going to break down Wells Fargo, Citigroup, I believe, as well reported, Bank of America. So Let me show you these numbers quickly from JPM. They actually double beat. Adjusted EPS came in at $5.23. That beat the $5 expected. Revenue 46.77 versus 46.2 billion expected. So double beat. The company said profit fell 7% to $13 billion roughly. So that could be a reason why the stock's falling. But that is because of a pre-announced $2.2 billion reserve tied to its takeover of the Apple Card loan portfolio from Goldman Sachs, so keep that in mind. And company-wide revenue rose 7% year over year to $46.77 billion, and net interest income also climbed by 7% to over $25 billion as equities trading. Look at this, guys. Look at this. That revenue rose 40% to $2.9 billion, about $350 million more than what analysts were expecting. And fixed income trading revenue rose 7% to $5.4 billion, about $110 million more than expected. However, investment banking disappointed as fees fell 5% to $2.3 billion, roughly $210 million below the estimate. So when you're looking at the different areas of the business, man, they're still doing well. Well, I guess not so much investment banking, that missed, but they're still doing well. And we got some words out of Jamie Dimon. He said that the U.S. economy, he called it resilient. He said, while labor markets have softened, conditions do not appear to be worsening. Meanwhile, consumers continue to spend, and businesses generally remain healthy, he said. He added, these conditions could persist for some time, particularly with ongoing fiscal stimulus, the benefits of deregulation, and the Fed's recent monetary policy. However, as usual, we remain vigilant, and the markets seem to underappreciate the potential hazards, right? Including from complex geopolitical conditions, the risk of sticky inflation, and elevated asset prices. So yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? There is sticky inflation, geopolitical tensions. There are always risks out there. And the question is, is the market underappreciating the risks? I guess so, according to Jamie Dimon here. So the bank said they expect full year 26 net interest income of about $103 billion and adjusted expenses of roughly $105 billion, though both measures are market dependent. And we all know we're in an interest rate cut environment right now, which the banks, I don't know. Are the banks loving that, hating that right now? It seems like, of course, they're going to make less money on certain products, less interest with lower overall rates, the Fed funds rate going down. So the banks are slipping right now. JPM's down 0.6%. Wells Fargo, I believe, is down 5%. So we got earnings from them this morning. Their stock's down actually 5.5%. So Wells Fargo reported, let's see here, adjusted EPS of $1.76. That beat the $1.67, okay, but sales missed $21.29 billion versus $21.65 billion. So they missed their, let's see, anything else out of Wells. And the reality is, guys, a lot of these stock charts, forget the earnings, but these banks, they're still looking very good. I mean, these pullbacks were healthy. They were needed, in my opinion. Just look at Wells Fargo's chart. With this pull down, we're now down $9 from the high, about 9-10%, and we're still holding an uptrend. Same thing on JP Morgan. You guys can see here, Bank of America, we got earnings out of them. Their stock's down 5%. And they're also still maintaining an uptrend. So this is the reason why we're down. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Overall today, banks are dragging down the market. We have tech stocks tanking as well. I mean, we'll talk about them maybe in another video here. But yeah, it's just one of those days, man. Looks like here EPS out of BAC came in at 98 cents. Beat the 96 cents expected, 28.53 billion revenue versus 27.94. So double beat out of BAC. Citigroup is down 5%. So they're all down. They're all down like 5% today, the ones that reported today. And it's a healthy pullback. I mean, you look at the charts, you're realizing, you're like, all right, This was needed. Citigroup reported, let's see, earnings per share of, where are they at here, guys? Looks like EPS $1.19, revenue $19.87 billion. Not seeing the estimates here for some reason. I don't know why. But either way, healthy pullback on the banks, healthy pullback. And I mean, come on, did you really think Citigroup, it went up from $95 to $125 in a month and a half heading into earnings? Do you think it's going to go up a lot more? This is healthy. We needed a pullback, and I think we're going to follow this up with a nice recovery. I don't think these bank stocks are done. I really don't. So what do you guys think overall, man? Interesting times. Stocks are moving like crazy. You got the bank stocks tanking. Crypto stocks are going nuts today. DeFi Technologies is bouncing back. Coinbase is bouncing back. But again, man, tech. Let's just do a quick run here. Google down 0.75%. Apple 1.5% down. Amazon, one of my top tech names this year, 2.5 to 2.2% down. Microsoft on the day down 2%. Meta, which it's not been pretty, 2.5% down for Meta. Mark Zuckerberg, man, the market, Wall Street investors are nervous that you're, spending too much money on AI infrastructure without actually plans on, how to actually monetize the AI fully, other than making the ads better and so forth. So there's a lot going on right now. A lot of uncertainty with Meta, but I'm still long, baby. I like Mark Zuckerberg. Hate him or love him, I think he's a good CEO. Good. I think they have a solid management team, and I think they're going to do well. People think that they're behind on the AI race. They might be a little bit. Maybe they're not as innovative as a Google, right, or other companies, but don't sleep on Meta. That's all I got to say. They're growing nicely. They own Instagram, obviously Facebook, WhatsApp, all these platforms, so much IP that they own, so much. They're dominating the social media space. And yeah, TikTok's a problem, but that's why we got Oracle, baby. Oracle stock too. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. What are you up to today, guys? Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my private Discord. I post updates literally twice a week. We post stocks I'm buying, selling, rebalancing, performance updates. You get everything, right? So check it out. Link down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.